Listo, ya volvimos. Estamos aquí en
I haven't
otro
even
video.
had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William
Lord
Mortimer.
William Mortimer.
The inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices. Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Es de verdad eso, porque pues mire, ¿qué tal dormir con esa vaina?
Writing material. Nothing.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. A Bazant.
Vicente.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The Conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Esta es la cajita.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Usar la llave. Ámbar y otra cosa ahí.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richet to be given to her son, Louis.
Louis.
I should probably take it. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Jalea real. Y ámbar.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way
Este
around.
libro está al revés, claro, lógico. Para darla una clave.
A Voyage Around the World, the travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Bueno, vamos a hacer lo siguiente. La alcoba del cardenal Piaghi. Nuestro balcón.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials.
What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Sesterce, a Byzant from the Byzantine Empire, a coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Muy bien, señores. Pues cómo no, si le hizo daño, ¿para qué comió?
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me?
You've gone to so much trouble. You must not have only found something important, but
You must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa. Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
En este momento no puedo coger el ámbar que está allá arriba, ¿o sí? No, no puedo.
Look, markings on the floor.
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. We'll see him later. That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Eso, qué bien.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Sí, ¿qué pasó acá? Un desorden muy específico.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
No puedo apartarse. Después abro eso.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals. A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Para combatir la ansiedad. Vulnerabilidad descubierta. Consumir los
Well,
cristales.
let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Jajaja. Extenuado. Has dado con una inmunidad. Se bloqueó en punto de esfuerzo. Usa un elixir dorado para curarte. Me queda muy difícil. No tengo elixir dorado.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite...
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father.
La horrible woman is
I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you. "30 November, 1791. My dear sister, The cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Ese es el talismán que nunca puedo volver a conseguir en el protocolo. En el anterior capítulo que yo...
30 November. 7.
En el anterior que yo subí, sí puedo coger el talismán, pero no he podido últimamente coger ninguno.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Tengo que conseguir más libros y un elixir dorado.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Por el momento no puedo ir arriba. Cierto que no. Ah, el elixir dorado. Ya era hora. Listo.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Acá está. La enciclopedia Denis Diderot, Ancien Le Ronde de Olimpe. 1751-1772. 150 académicos y estudiosos contribuyeron a la elaboración de esta primera síntesis del conocimiento humano, un punto de habilidad en ciencias, un punto de habilidad en lingüística, un punto de habilidad en erudición. No se puede equipar, reúne todas las páginas de este manuscrito para poder leerlo. Ay. Ahí no hay nada, se supone que quién sabe qué había ahí.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Ahí ya entré. Y encontré varias cosas importantes.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Ay, ¿cómo hago?
Duchess Emily Hill.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Desbloquear. Ay, ¿cómo hago para abrir esa
Sur Jacques Perru?
No se puede. Bueno, muy mal me parece.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
No va a poder
Might be
meterme
better
a la
to take a
casa,
different
al
stairway.
alcoba del Napoleón Bonaparte. Bueno. Un libro. Qué bacano este libro. A ver.
The Quorum Guide.
The Quorum Guide. ¿Y dónde puedo conseguir el medallón? Acá está la señora Elizabeth.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Hello. You're Elizabeth Adams, aren't you?
Yes, I regret that we haven't been properly introduced.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your eye?
I had a bad fall.
Looks more like a punch to me.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands
Esta vez va a estar
pressing over my
difícil
mouth
porque
to silence
hay
me
cosas
while
que
I
no tengo
screamed in
desarrolladas
pain.
todavía,
I remember
entonces.
her knees too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Va a empezar la confrontación
Look,
ahora.
I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you.
Y el mismo que me dice thank you, se pone bravo y me mira feo.
I know your little game. You're no different from
Y
the
hace así
rest of
con
them.
el dedo y
You
le
couldn't
empieza
give
a
a
apuntar.
damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
No, ya no.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Your sister.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes,
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
she's the only
Con
one who cares
con
about
esta
me.
es difícil. Este es
I
el
would put an end
confrontamiento
to
de
it
los
all
más
by now if
difíciles
it
que hay en el
weren't for her.
juego.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Bueno. Pero tengo que conseguir el medallón. El medallón lo tengo que conseguir. ¿Dónde está el medallón? Tengo que conseguir el medallón. Ahora me encuentro con Emily. Me viene Emily ahora. No puedo entrar ahí, tengo que entrar. Carajo. ¿Cómo hago para entrar ahí? Tengo que ver qué hay acá también. Otra vez. Yo me siento y veo esa estatua y toda esa vaina, ¿cierto?
Golden elixir.
Me acerco mucho y no me quemo, vea pues. Qué inmune soy. ¿No me encontré con Emily? No. Ah, este es el comedor, ya me acordé. Ya me acordé, ahí me encuentro con todos prácticamente. La única que no está ahí es Elizabeth.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wulm, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be.
Porque se está haciendo el misterioso.
So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
You must. Who does not know of her, sir?
Peru looks totally out of place here.
He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Oh, monsieur. You must be joking.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift.
Sí, muy bien.
Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Validar.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke.
Tan chistoso, jamás la había visto tan, pues hasta ahora la conocen en esa mansión, como así que nunca la había visto tan así, pues sí, hasta ahora la conoce. Tan charro.
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Who does not know of her, sir?
Ah, me toca hablar ahora con Napoleón. Qué mamá.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Show us your routine.
Maybe Emily has an idea.
Mortimer firmly believes in the young soldier. He's going to finance a military campaign with the backing of the Golden Order. It seems that Sarah gave it her blessing too.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Yo sí lo sabía.
A piece of
Una
my
vez que lo
mind.
escuché,
I
tan
don't know
charro.
what mess she's gotten herself into. But for God's sake, she should have told us.
You knew everything. You could have answered for me.
That's true, but
Does not know
you have such a
of her.
clever way with words.
Ja, 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 ja. Eso es lo que dijo ella.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Sí. Acaba de haber una confrontación y tengo que estar perfectamente bien preparado para la confrontación. Me toca decir lo que no pienso. Me toca decirle lo que quiere escuchar.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still,
This is a bit hasty, but please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're
Qué bien.
I have one last
Está muy
question
bien.
I would like to pose
¿Cierto?
to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I.
Ahora toca decirle otra cosa también, con la que no estoy de acuerdo, pero me toca decirle algo que él quiere escuchar. Entonces, lo que le voy a decir, yo no lo pienso como tal, pero me toca decírselo.
It would take to restore its luster.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
Confrontación superada, muy bien. Hasta el momento he superado todas las confrontaciones en el juego, genial.
I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Y lo chistoso es que le embarré.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow.
Y lo chistoso es que ese George Washington me empezó a chantajear moralmente.
Until then, I trust you will find plenty to
Por lo que no lo ayudó con lo de la investigación de Elizabeth Adams. Y no pude aprovechar tampoco lo de la oportunidad, la desaproveché, por eso voy a llorar. Episodio 1, 3, Vino y cañones. Superada. He hallado el mensaje de mi madre oculto en el libro. He conseguido leer todo el mensaje. He logrado persuadir a Elizabeth Adams para que me hablara acerca de mi madre. Me he reunido con los invitados durante la cena. He demostrado a Napoleón ser el digno sucesor de mi madre. He registrado la habitación de Elizabeth Adams. Caminos alternativos. He podido haber registrado la habitación de Napoleón y no pude. Por eso voy a llorar. Validar. Eso, muy bien. Experimentado. Talento desbloqueado, experimentado.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Normas de urbanidad y conducta decente, Leonard Perrin. Leyes de galantería, Charles Sorel. Pensamiento sobre la Revolución Francesa. No. Vías paralelas, habilidad en persuasión. Protocolo, leyes de galantería, habilidad en distracción. Una obra que podría parecer trivial en esta. Eso.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Bueno, no siendo menos ni siendo más, hasta aquí este video. Vamos a investigar lo de Medusa, lo de Gorgona, y hasta aquí. Muy importante, muy especial. Nos vamos a preparar un café con leche caliente, bien especial, bien necesario, para seguir aquí con el juego. Es lunes 9:46 de la noche, 21 de septiembre del 2020. No siendo más ni siendo menos, hasta un próximo video.